Good morning. My name is Dr. Sandra Moffat and I am Head of the Department of Global Business and Enterprise, Ulster University Business School on the Magee Campus. Welcome to your student induction session. I'm absolutely delighted to have you on board the student team at Ulster University. Normally we would be sitting in this environment. There would be a buzz around the room as students were excited to be at their first day of university. There would be some anxiety, some nervousness. You may be sitting to new friends that you have just met, or you may already know people on your course or in the same department, or you may be sitting on your own, feeling apprehensive as you've just left home for the first time, and all of this is a new experience. And my job this morning would be to calm those nerves, to give you some information on what to expect. The reality is that we are all sitting like this, hunched over our laptops, listening into the session, not very sure what the year is going to bring, and feeling a little bit nervous and apprehensive about the student experience that awaits you. So first of all, congratulations on being accepted onto your degree programme and in making the right choice to choose the Magee campus as the place to study. Magee is an absolutely beautiful campus. It has a mix of old and new buildings. You can see in the top corner there the MD building, the Martha Magee traditional building, whereas some of the primary school kids refer to it as the Hogwarts building. At the bottom, you can see the new Learning Resource Centre and teaching block that the university has invested in over this past few years, with an investment of over £15 million to secure those as new, innovative, enriched learning environments for the students to enjoy. The map of the campus outlines our setting. So the campus refers to the space that the university inhabits in the Derry/Londonderry on the Magee campus. This is the traditional building, the MD building. Here is the library and learning resource centre and our new teaching block. In this building, we house the Students' Union. The sports centre has moved from here to here over the last year. And within here, we have the Student Hub. The Student Hub is a dedicated space for our students where you can go, chill out, simply have a bit of time on your own, or to complete some work and engage with your friends on your course. The Rock Road runs up the centre of the campus. And on the opposite side of the Rock Road is the ML building, and this is where the Ulster University Business School is housed. The ML building, also referred to as Carrickmore House, or as you will get to know it as the Business School, is where the academic and admin staff from the Business School are based. So if you come round to the front of the building, up the steps and turn left, in this area is the admin hub, and the office of the Associate Head of Department, Dr. Laura Bradley, is housed behind the admin hub. If you come up the steps and turn right, this is my office. So you will know where to locate me. We're back on campus. The challenges of undertaking a higher education course have not changed, irrelevant of the environment that we are currently in. So now is the time for you to gain independence and to become an independent learner, and the skills that are involved in relation to that, such as time management, communication skills, presentation skills, networking, etc. As an adult, you are expected to manage yourself in your work life, your study life, your personal life. We will not be chasing you to make sure that you're up and ready for study, that you're in class on time, that you submit your coursework on time, that you engage in your programme of study. That is your job as an independent learner. At this stage, I would encourage you to develop your peer networks. You will get to know the people in your class, albeit it be in virtual mode for the first few months. But it's important to have those friends. There will be highs and lows along the way, and you will want to share those experiences with others who have had the same types of experience and understand what you're going through. But you will also have the support of your family, friends, academic and admin staff, and other staff across the university to help you along the journey. You will get to meet your lecturer, also known as the module coordinator, along the way, with some module support team and your course director, and I'll come on to talk about those roles in a moment. At this stage, we encourage you to engage and communicate. Ask the questions. We are not mind readers and we do not know what goes on in everyone's head. Don't be afraid of asking a question because you deem it to be a silly question. The chances are, if you have that question, so have 10 other people in your class, so have 100 or 1,000 who have went there before you. So please ask the question and we will be able to help. I have put a link there for the academic calendar, and that gives you an overview of the dates that you need to be available during semester times and examination times, etc. A semester is a 12-week teaching block, so you will have 2 semesters per year. First semester is the autumn term, second semester is the spring term. The supplementary semester, or semester 3, is over the summer period when most students will have vacation, but those students who have first set or reset coursework may be asked to engage at that supplementary period. Just to note, holidays must not be taken during term time or exam time. They are not seen as exceptional circumstances, and you will not get any credit for non-attendance during a holiday period. When you submit your work, you will get feedback, or feed forward as we like to call it. And the idea is that you take that commentary and learn from your mistakes that you have made and enhance future work based on that. When you submit your work, you only get one final attempt, which is graded. So it's not like school or college where you've maybe submitted your work, got some feedback, had another chance to resubmit, got some feedback, had a further chance to resubmit, and so on. At university, you get one attempt at submitting your piece of coursework for a specific deadline. When that deadline is met, the piece of work is locked down and you cannot have further iterations, changes or amendments to it. By way of forward, you will get written comments on the work that you have submitted. All of our submissions are through an electronic system known as Turnitin, and commentary will be added to the element of work that you have recorded in Turnitin and submitted. You may also get oral feedback in class when we are back to that mode of delivery, or you may get assessment sheets or rubrics to support the online feedback. Computer-generated tests will provide feedback in the form of correct answers so you can tell what was incorrect and have an opportunity to work out where you went wrong. But it's important that you engage with the feedback you receive and use that in order to learn from it. Over the course of your study, you will have to on certain occasions. And now is the time for you to adopt a professional email etiquette. We don't respond to colloquial expressions such as hey, hiya, what about you, what's it at, etc. And expect you to be professional in your response by saying dear Sandra, dear Dr. Moffat, hello, etc. In signing off your email, state regards, best wishes, or thank you. Be appreciative of the time and effort that the recipient of that email will have taken in order to consider your request, to seek you further guidance on how to take your issue further, to look for a resolution on your behalf, or simply just to listen to the issue that you are wishing to raise. Use proper grammar and spelling. now is the time to get into the habit of proofreading your work, and that includes any email message that you may send to make sure that the message is being conveyed in the manner in which you meant it to be, that there will be no misinterpretation, and that staff will not have to best guess what you're trying to say. The policy within the department is to respond to emails within 48 hours on a working day. So we tend not to respond to emails at the weekend or during vacation periods. Please be patient on that response. It is something as head of department that I try and install with all staff, that we don't react within immediately to response, that we take our time to appreciate the essence of the email and to consider a response which is applicable, and that way it alleviates any concerns or miscommunications that you may have. If you send an email late at night or at the weekends, please note that they will not be responded to until during the working week. Attendance on your course is compulsory, and attendance matters for a number of different reasons. For example, non-attendance normally leads to failure in your modules and possible removal from your course of programme. If you're not engaging with the course that you are registered on and do not intend and do not use the virtual learning environment to access your materials for your course and to submit your coursework, we will have the right then to remove you as a student on our courses. Attendance is taken into consideration through the Board of Examiners' decisions, by academics who are asked to provide references for you, and by student finance to show that you are engaging as a student and are worthy of the money that they are supporting you with. It is important that we get to know you as a student. Often you will be asked for a reference or to make a call at an examination board about a particular student and their characteristics or academic credibility or capabilities, etc. And if we don't know who you are, it's very difficult for us to offer any support in that way. So I urge you to get to know your academic and admin staff, and they will do likewise to get in contact with you. We use two systems to register attendance. One is known as Quickly, and that's simply a roll calling system. The other one is Blackboard Learn Analytics. And from this system, we can go into the background of the virtual learning environment and check your engagement with the system. We can see when you have logged on, for how long you logged on, the content that you engaged with while you were logged on, any coursework that you have had to submit, any discussion boards that you contribute to, etc. So it is imperative that you do engage with your course. We appreciate that this journey may not be straightforward for everyone, and we are here to offer support and guidance whether you're at an undergrad or postgraduate level. The person you will have most contact with will be your lecturer or module coordinator. You should contact them as the first port of call with any issues in regards to your academic content for that particular module. A studies advisor will be allocated to a smaller group of students. So around 10 students will be grouped together in a small support peer networking session, and each of those smaller sessions will have an academic member of staff. It may not be someone that you necessarily have as a lecturer, but all staff who are studies advisors will be able to help you and support you with academic and personal concerns. Across each year group, we have year tutors in place, and they will look at any concerns you may have in year 1, year 2, placement or final year, irrelevant of what degree programme you're on. So they oversee the studies advisor process. The course director, who you will meet at your induction session, has the role to oversee everything that happens within their particular programmes and suite of programmes. They are responsible for the promotion of the programme, but also for management of their students, and are there to support the module coordinators in their task. Dr. Laura Bradley is the Associate Head of Department, and Laura looks after all of the undergraduate provision at a management level. The same suite of pastoral care is provided for postgraduate students. So again, you will get to know your lecturer, your module coordinator, and that should be the point of contact for your academic concerns. The studies advisor, mixed with the course director, is Mrs. Adele Griffin, and I, as head of department, then look after the management of the postgraduate provision. In relation to pastoral care, there is a process in place for extenuating circumstances. So some things happen beyond our control. We may be sick. We may have other circumstances that take us away from our studies. We may have caring responsibilities and so on. So there's a process whereby if you are not able to submit your work on time, you can complete an AC1 form. The AC1 form is reviewed by a panel of university experts who will decipher then whether your AC1 should be upheld and you might get a second chance to submit a piece of coursework or an extension of time in order to allow you to complete the piece of coursework, or it could be rejected if they don't feel that your circumstances are valid and therefore you're into a resit or a failed position. The AC1 process should not be taken lightly. Sometimes students have used it as a backup plan where they have submitted a piece of work and then maybe thought they hadn't performed to the best of their ability, submitted an AC1, and that has resulted in the removal of a pass mark. So just take care and caution when you're using that process. I have included a link there to take you to the health and wellbeing session of the website for student support, and you can see some of the issues in relation to academic problems and the support measures that are in place, as well as the processes for initiating that support. Throughout your period of study, you will have a number of communications. So for example, the student handbook is a learning contract between what you expect from the Ulster University and what we expect from you. Please have a look at your student handbook and understand the rules and regulations. Each course has a support area through our virtual learning environment, which is known as Blackboard Learn. And you will get lots of information on your course through that specific area, which your course directors will talk you through in detail. You will get communications from us throughout the year. Often these come in the form of emails or Blackboard announcements, so it's important that you engage with those two modes of communication. I have already mentioned the administrative hub based in the ML building. Within our admin team, we have 5 members of staff to help you with any queries you may have around documentation and processes related to your course. There's also the support tutors, which I have mentioned, and the notice boards on the ML floor, both for postgrad and undergrad, that you can look at. And quite often those notice boards are sources of information in regards to work opportunities, placement opportunities, etc. As an independent student, it is your responsibility at this stage to check that you are registered on the correct course, that you're registered the correct modules, that all of the information that we need about you in terms of contact details, etc., is accurate, and that you know your timetable and when to start with the online support sessions, which will kick off from Monday the 21st of September. I have linked a few sessions there which will be of useful information to you. So the first one is the Welcome Week Toolkit, and this provides an overview of material that you may need in the first 4 weeks in terms of getting you started as an Ulster University student. There's also a website created to the particular student experience, and that has a wealth of information and will outline the COVID-19 and PHA regulations as we move forward. And then the Panopto video site outlines a number of videos and snippets of information from ISD for IT support, from the Students' Union, from the Provost of the campus and so on, just to help you guide through the process. These links should be cut and pasted into your browser to gain access to the materials. Over the next few weeks, your course director will be asking for class representation to sit in collaboration with the staff and to feed back the voice and the opinions of the students in a particular class. It's a bit like being a prefect in a high school situation. This gives you an opportunity to be the voice of your class, to be able to engage with the staff in terms of raising issues, passing on congratulations, making sure that the programme of study is what you expected, and that we are there to respond to your needs as you raise them. So please consider your candidature for the class representative, and when asked to do so, nominate yourself. It's a worthwhile experience and one that is very, very useful for your CV. So just a few helpful tips for you as you move forward. We will be starting to think about your career opportunities. I know it's the first week and you're working, may seem a long way away, but it's important for us to be making sure that you're on the right course for your career path and that you're getting all of the learning and support that you need to make sure that you end up with a really good classification in your degree to undertake the career of your choice. The best advice I can give at this time is to learn from your mistakes, be resilient, pick yourself up, dust yourself down, seek the help that you need. We don't want anyone thinking that they have no opportunity to move forward on a degree because of issues that they're currently experiencing. There may be very little that you will raise that we haven't experienced before from other students, so please seek help and ask the questions. At this point in time, I presume you will have lots of questions and that hopefully over the course of today will be answered for you. I thank you for your attention in watching this video, and please don't be a stranger. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you over the coming year and years, and cannot wait till we are at that graduation platform celebrating your high success. Thank you.